Hello. The Shelter Crisis Declaration is a tool. Eureka found it useful. That's how Betty Chinn opened up. We have to be clear that it does have limitations, so anybody that thinks it's a panacea, check it someplace else. But again, it can be helpful. It's a way to move forward. And I want to remind you that you and the city jointly adopted the Housing First approach. And I want to give credit to the people here. This was a sea change in the way of approach. And I was recently at a HHHC meeting where they got the bad news that even people in transitional housing have rights to housing, and that there has to be a process for evicting them. This is something that people that come from the streets need to learn, but they have to teach it to them now, and it's going to be difficult. So I want to give them credit for that. The people that we're talking about, a lot of the things that were being talked about were for people that can receive services. I want you to remember that there are people out there that cannot receive services, and that is where the shelter crisis can come in and help, because as you heard, some housing they can't use their funding for it. And the shelter crisis, unfortunately, and I say this, I hate saying it, but at least it allows you to put people in substandard housing and in substandard conditions, but at least it's better than being on the street. So that's that. There was a couple things I wanted to comment. Thank you, Deborah, for saying that the housing crisis is really what the crisis is. It is a housing crisis. I would also like to ask that there's a legal crisis. That I'd like to say that there are laws in the books, both local and state, that make people criminals. And the state is bringing forward money, and that money says that you can't have criminalization. And I have this for you here. It is money from the state that needs to be addressed. I also want to speak very briefly to it is not the Coastal Commission. It is the actions of the city of Eureka that has stalled Betty Chinn's project. Thank you.
Thank you.